Hey everyone, it's Jillian, and I am here at the Laura Geller offices, and I do have some hot news for you before I start talking about anything, and that is that Ulta is having the 21 Days of Beauty, and you can get the Baked Iconic Lipstick, which is something I wanted to talk about anyway, for $15. So, it's normally $21, so definitely take a trip over to Ulta to check that out. By the way, I am going to talk about these colors, but real quick, the colors that you are going to want to check out when you get there for fall. I want you to look at East Side Rouge. I want you to look at Broadway Plum. I want you to look at Central Park Spice. And of course, my favorite, Tribeca Tan, for everyone who loves a good neutral. So let's start there. But there are some really cool major trends happening right now for fall and winter 2016. But the one I want to really hit on is probably the biggest trend, and that is lips. Lips, lips, lips. So the one I want to talk about is a deep lip, because everyone loves it but seems to be really afraid of it. I tend to lean on the beiges. I'm wearing beige now. Yay! Neutrals and beiges are still very much in style. That's never going to go away. But you know what? Lately, it's fun to kind of flip over to a dark lip. And the good news about dark lips right now is that it used to be, oh, you had a really big lip if you wanted to showcase lip. But there's this new shift, movement, attitude in beauty, which is great because I've been doing what I do. I've been a beauty expert for about 30 years. And I've seen, trends come in and out. And it's the first time I'm seeing it shift to a really come as you are. This very like small lips, big lips, whatever, anything goes. So really it's about enjoying the color and the movement of the moment. And so the first thing I want to do is give you some tips really about how to wear a dark lip that's really clean and beautiful. So I pulled a couple of items for you, and I did do some pre-photos of one of the beautiful gals in our office, and when this is done, I'm going to put that up for you so you can kind of follow and see the photos. But let's start with this. The number one thing when you're doing lips is that you have got to keep that skin, a dark lip, you want to keep that skin really clean. Because if you start moving over to doing a lot of blush and smoky eyes, it's great. It's one of my favorite looks. It's very way bandy of the 70s. And if you don't know who way bandy is, you got to look them up. Which is a very cool look. But if you want to go more modern and fresh and high fashion and on trend, you got to keep everything clean around that dark lip. So first of all, I want to go to some of my favorites. Well, actually, no, let me go back a step. Let's talk about what you're going to need. You're definitely going to need a concealer. So whatever concealer you have, I have the Easy Cover-Up Stick from Laura Geller. I love this one. It's really easy to put on. Get yourself a powder, even if it's just a neutral setting powder. I like to use the Invisible Matte Maker because it really works on every skin tone, which is fantastic. Then we have, just in case, I'm going to put Gilded Honey over here. Everyone needs to have that just in case. Then get yourself a paddle brush, a powder brush. I'm going to talk about another trend. Hold on, sorry. My mind's going a million miles an hour because there's so many things I want to talk to you about. So let me just take it down. You've got your concealer, you've got your powder. We have your paddle brush, your big brush. Big trend too is these really juicy, sparkly lips. So cool, love it coming down the runway. But if you want to do it at home, it's honestly more for photos, and if you're Instagramming and you want to do something really beautiful, you can put your lipstick on, your dark color, and if you have a sparkle powder, just tap into it, really press it into the lip, and then put just a clear gloss on top of it. The only thing is in real life it does get a little bit messy, so I want to show you how to get that really juicy, dark, sexy lip, but in a real way that you can actually wear out the door and through the day. So we're going to start here. Let's get to the colors. I love and I'm obsessed with our Luscious Lips lipstick. So I pulled the top three colors, and that is going to be Cherry Almond. Cherry Almond is a neutral, but it's really chocolatey, and chocolate is definitely still, these toffee chocolate colors are still a trend that's moving forward. So that can be a chocolate color that you would love. And then Chili Spice. I'm sorry, I'm going to put a big fat star on this one because Chili Spice is your must-have. Take a look at this. It's this gorgeous, deep plum that looks good from the fairest to the deepest skin. I like these two because they're a creamy matte, so they're just this opaque, full coverage, but they're not dry and cakey. Cherry sorbet. Reds are still important moving forward. And we can play with the reds a little bit by changing our lip liner. So in Luscious Lips, those are the three that you really want to shoot for fall and winter, especially this one coming up in the winter months to get that kind of a really stunning red. Then what you want to do is lip liner. To me, lip liner is an unsung hero. No one really talks about it anymore, but it really is so important to shaping the lip. So, again, I'm going to have this later in still form, but what I want you to do is I want you to blank the lip out with your concealer. Completely blank it out. Tap it in. You can use a powder puff or you can use a sponge. Dust your lips over with just a light setting powder. Then you're going to line your lips. Super important, and you can mix and match. So let's take a look. These are my three favorite that we make as far as this kind of richer lip. Number one is Fawn. I love Fawn because Fawn is like this really dark chocolate that you can do so much with. I'm just going to squeeze it in between because I want to show you how well Fawn would work with these colors. If you use a chocolate pencil for either a plum or a toffee color, it's only going to make it richer. So really, if you were to have one pencil at home, if you already had a fawn or a chocolate color in your drawer, just pull that one out and use it because it'll work great with all your really dark colors. Then, of course, I'm using Chianti, but if you have a dark wine color at home, this is great to go in this direction. So you can use this to match it up perfectly to the chili spice, or really go over your entire lip and put that red over it, and it's going to back it up with kind of like a reddish plum color, which is great. And then, of course, the claret. Claret is really pretty because claret is kind of a maroony cherry red, which is really pretty if you're going to go on this side of it. So there's another way you can go, and that is the Baked Iconic. So I like a creamy matte. I think it's really beautiful. You can wear it alone. Just make sure that skin around the lip is really clean. Even carry a paddle brush with you for touch-ups, just to go even under, because, you know, sometimes it bleeds out a little when you start doing more gloss. So make sure you get in there with that paddle brush. That's all you really need. I went for the, if you want to do a more of a shimmer color before I get to the lipsticks, I went with the Gilded Honey. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love this color. Here's what I want you to do. Don't go directly onto your lips. Unless you always wear beige or always wear the same color, it's going to change the color of the gloss. So simply just really get a good amount. Get just a gorgeous lip brush, scoop it up, and then you can go right over the color. Now when you layer this on, your lips are going to sparkle. Wait till you see it. I'm going to have it in Daniela's photos that are coming up. So if you love that sparkle lip that's so popular right now, but you really want to find a way to wear it that makes it real, you can definitely go for Gilded Honey, the lip gloss. The other thing you can do, I'm going to knock everything. Here we go. Messy Bessie, they call me in the office. So I'm going to try not to knock anything over. So you can also go to Gilded Honey and put this, use a paddle brush, wet it a little bit, and you can actually put this directly over your lipstick and then gloss it. And once you gloss it, any gloss you have at home, if you have a clear, if you have something pale pink, just put it over it. And you're going to get that same kind of metallic feel. I wouldn't go directly on the lips with this because it does get very dry feeling. But if you put it over the lipstick, I think you'll be good with it. Then, last but not least, I want to walk over to the Baked Iconic. If you're a real lipstick girl, and you like a very classic lipstick, the Baked Iconic lipstick is really creamy and it feels so good on the lip. There's a few colors that are going to be really hot, so that's why I pulled those up first. Broadway Plum, take a look at Broadway Plum. Again, you can do a chocolate liner with that and it's going to be beautiful. So on point for fall, trust me. Even I have to break down and wear a dark lip. So then we have Central Park Spice, love, love, love. So now we're moving into that chocolatey color. Tribeca Tan for my die-hard nude girls. If you do that with a really chocolatey pencil, it's still going to be fantastic for fall. And then a really wearable plum would be East Side Rouge. Again, these are all really pretty to kind of have in your bag, these tones. So it's chocolates, it's those deep plums. It's also a neutral you can still put in there. And then you can pick up a real glitter gloss to put over it. But again, remember, it's got to be really, really clean. Makeup is clean. Clean that lip, blank it out. Draw in the shape that you want, but don't be afraid to follow just right above your own natural lip line. Big or small, it's going to be fabulous. You can dust some powder over it if you want, then go right for the lips, let it dry, gloss over with something sparkly, and really anybody can wear it, and it's spectacular for fall. So don't be afraid, go dark, sexy, and vibrant, and you will be set. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope you do get to Ulta to get the lipsticks, because that sale I think is only lasting till September 24th. Okay, awesome. All right, thanks so much.